going to show you how to crochet this thick cozy beanie. It's actually very simple. I would say it's like a beginner level, but you have to have some idea of how to crochet. And if you have no idea how to crochet but really want to get into crocheting, I actually have a beginner's video and I will link it down below. So check that out. You'll practice a little bit and then come back to this video and try making this beanie because it's super fun and it's super cute. And you could try it with a bunch of different yarn, either thin yarn or thick yarn like this. It's absolutely perfect for winter. So without further ado, let's get started. Since we're making a thick cozy beanie, I went ahead and bought some thick yarn. This is from Lion brand and it's like this really light tan / off-white color. And my big blue hook is 15.75 millimeters. I got both of these materials at Michael's. So the first thing we have to do is create a slip knot, and if you don't know how to create a slip knot or do a chain or a single crochet, that's basically all we're doing. And if you do not know how to do that, then go ahead and check out my Crochet for Beginners video just so you're not lost. So after you've created the slip knot, crochet a chain and make sure that each chain is pretty loose. That way the beanie could be nice and stretchy. So make a chain long enough to wrap around your head. That is going to serve as the base of your beanie. So after you've reached the end, you are content with how long your chain is. Then go ahead and go back on that chain using a single crochet. Again, if you do not know what single crochet is, I totally explain it in my Crocheting for Beginners video. Just as a reminder, single crochet is putting the hook through the stitch, wrapping the yarn around the hook, pulling it back through the stitch, wrapping the yarn again, and then pulling that through both loops. So you're just going to continue doing single crochet back and forth for 3 rows. Of course, if you're going to use a thinner yarn, it's going to be different, or if you're going to make a smaller beanie, it's going to be different, but this is just how I made my beanie. So I single crocheted 3 different rows until I got to about this width, and I didn't measure it, but it looks like it's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches wide. The way I gauge it is basically crochet until it's wide enough to be used as a headband, so basically wide enough to cover your forehead and your ears. And then after you've reached that point, you are going to grab both ends of this headband so far. It's going to look like this. And you're going to create a slip stitch that is going to combine both ends. And all a slip stitch is I will show you right now when I do it. Okay, putting the hook through the stitches. See, putting it through one, putting it through the other, and then wrapping the yarn once, and then pulling it through everything so you're left with only one loop. And then you're just going to do that 3 times on the top, middle, and bottom. And once you're done with that, you are left with this headband. So hey, bonus DIY, you just made a crochet headband. So anyway, after you've combined both ends and created your headband, you're just going to continue single crocheting all around that headband. But in order for you to keep track of how many rows you're doing, you're going to refer back to that spot where you combine those 2 ends, and that's going to be basically your checkpoint. So you're just going to crochet all around the headband, that's 1, and then all around again, and once you get back to that checkpoint, that's 2, and that's how you're going to just continue crocheting this beanie. You're just going to continue single crocheting all around the beanie until it's wide enough to cover the top of your eyebrows to the beginning point of your hairline. For me, all I had to do was crochet 3 extra rows. Okay, so once this is able to cover your entire forehead, you're going to start doing something different. You're going to skip a stitch every so often, so just skip over a stitch and single crochet into the very next stitch. And we do this so you could give our beanies a rounded shape and also have it close at the top. And unfortunately, I actually don't have a system of how many stitches to do normal and then how many to skip. I just basically do a trial and error kind of thing, so that if it's closing in too fast, then I unravel it and then I skip less often. But if it's closing in too slow, then I unravel it and I skip more often. I really hope that makes sense. But as a general guideline, start skipping maybe 2 for the first row and then skip 3 in the second row, and then just keep going on from there until your beanie closes up at the top. So after a number of rows of you skipping a couple stitches between each row, it should look something like this. So little by little, the circle in which you were crocheting with should have been getting smaller and smaller, And finally, once you reach the top, nothing changes. You just go ahead and skip some more stitches until it's nice and closed up. And so once you've reached the end of your beanie, just go ahead and cut off the excess yarn and then flip that beanie inside out and you're done. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it easy to follow, hopefully, because I really want to encourage you to pick up crocheting because crocheting is super fun and you can just make so many things. Have lots of fun making your beanies for this winter, either for yourself or as presents for the holidays, so everyone can stay nice and toasty with their handmade beanies. If you want more crochet videos, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. And so you won't miss those crochet videos, make sure that you click the red subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I will see you next time. Bye!